thank everyone who has taken the time to check out this video by InvestoofCrypto. I do apologize for going MIA for the last 2 weeks. I told you guys in the introductory video for the channel that I do work a 9 to 5, and so far for the past couple weeks it's been crazy at work. We got a new project going on. I've been going back and forth to on site, and I live almost 2 hours away from my job, and I'm going back and forth on site installing systems and doing a lot of Visio work and things like that, doing projects. And it's just been crazy, and I'm glad that we have a holiday coming up tomorrow that my company is going to be celebrating. I don't know if you guys know about it. It's June 17th today, and the holiday that's being uh, that's being celebrated tomorrow is something called Juneteenth. I cannot spell it at the moment, but it's a new holiday that President Biden has put into law, has signed into law, and has passed by Congress, and it's supposed to be on June 19th, but since the 19th falls on a Saturday, my company is then going to honor that holiday on Friday, which is the 18th, which is tomorrow. So since we have a holiday coming up, I decided to go ahead and take the time to record this video because this slide has been sitting on my computer for nearly probably 2 weeks now, 2.5 weeks now. And so I just want to go ahead and get this recording out to you guys so that all those who are looking to invest into some of these cryptocurrencies that I'm mentioning. And once again, this is not financial advice. I do recommend you do your own research. This is just my research that I've done over time, and I'm just sharing that with you guys. All right, so let's get into what crypto we're going over today, and this is Polygon. Now, Polygon is one of my also another favorite project of mine, and when I first got into Polygon, I got in Polygon back in, I want to say, December of 2020. I probably put a good $200 into it back when it was like 30 cents. Um, but I didn't expect for it to explode to a dollar, almost $2 at one point, almost a month ago, and I didn't expect it to do that. Kind of like how Cardano did the same thing, and that's another cryptocurrency. Now I'll go over it. I'll talk about that one in another video at another time. But Polygon is actually one of my favorite is a good favorite of mine, and this is why. But first, let me go over as to why. What is Polygon? All right, so Polygon is a protocol and a framework for building connecting Ethereum compatible blockchain networks. So basically, think of it as a bridge where is connecting multiple projects that are built onto the Ethereum network together. So it acts as a bridge between the many different projects. And also, Polygon acts as an aggregator for scaling on the Ethereum network. And I'll explain as to why I say that in a moment. But Polygon has two main components that it uses um, for functioning. One is the L2 chains, which are on their website. They have it as secured chains, and side chains, which is on their website, standalone chains. So right now, so the two main components that they have on there that they have for that Polygon functions on is secured chains and standalone chains. Now, all I know them as L2 chains and side chains. So this was a new terminology for me while reading it on their website. Um, but let's go back a bit and let me explain as to why I say it's a Polygon acts as a L2 aggregate for scaling on the Ethereum network. Well, when you think of Ethereum scaling on the Ethereum network, especially on the L2 layer, you think of it as you think of most projects that have tried, and I can't think of none off the top of my head, surprisingly, at the moment. Um, Most of them either gives only one implementation of a scaling solution to use on their network or blockchain, or they give one or two, probably just one or two mostly. But in Polygon's case, let's go to the next slide, they offer multiple implementations of secure chain slash L2 scaling solutions. So one implementation that is ZK rollups, optimistic rollups, Validium chains, and also Polygon's own Matic Plasma. Now, a secure chain, think of a secure chain or a L2 chain. Think of that as you're basically building your project on top of Ethereum. So basically, your project. So in this case, your project will then inherit all the security, any security that's already built upon the Ethereum network. You don't have to worry about getting validators or getting people to mine your project because you're just using what is already there. You're basically just inheriting everything that Ethereum has, and you're just building your project on that. So you don't have to worry about going out. You don't have to worry about security. You don't have to worry about decentralization or anything like that. Everything you're just basically using what Ethereum already has and just scaling your project on building your project on top of that. So that's one good thing and one good and like I said, and some benefits to using these secure chains is one, like I just said, security. Because you inherit everything that's secure. You automatically inherit the security that's already built on the Ethereum platform. Then also, this would be good for startup projects because you do not have to reinvent the wheel. You don't have to create a new blockchain. You just basically just uh, basically start creating your project on top of the Ethereum network. And then also, this is very good for small communities, small communities or small projects that doesn't have a huge backing because your project does not have to worry about going out and getting validators, people to act as a validator node for your network. So that's that's very good for like I said, that's very good for startup companies and to and projects that have small communities because because basically it helps with you being able to get your project up and running very quickly without doing much legwork because you just building on what's already there. Now, when it comes to side chains or standalone chains, that's another story. Standalone chains is basically you're giving full sovereignty on the Ethereum network. So think of in this case when you think of side chains, you're building your project alongside the Ethereum network, not on the Ethereum network. And a couple of implementations that Polygon offers is um, Matics POS chains and also side chains and enterprise chains, which are coming like I said, a lot of these are coming soon, but that's what they're eventually going to be offering. Now, what are some of the benefits of standalone chains or using side chains? One, you get full sovereignty because like I said, you're building your project alongside Ethereum, not on it. You get a lot of flexibility because you do not inherit many of the restrictions and the security. You don't inherit the security that's being used on the Ethereum blockchain. Now that's kind of like a disadvantage because you're losing security there, but there is a benefit to that in a moment because now you have to build your own. Now, disadvantages to using standalone chains, which I just mentioned. You do not inherit um, the uh, the security that's on the Ethereum blockchain. Now you are creating your own security mechanisms to secure your network. Like I said, you're building your project alongside Ethereum, like partnering with them, not building your project on the platform itself. So now in order to have better security, now you had to get people to go out and your mine your token or mine basically mine your token or your coin. I mean, mine your coin. Okay, I'm trying to come up with a better way to say that. Now you had to go find people to mine your project, and you had to make ensure that the hashing power stays up. And also another thing that's a disadvantage to using standalone chains is decentralization because with Ethereum, you didn't have with the secure chains, you didn't have to go out and find people to act as a validator node to as a validator node for your blockchain. And now you have to do that because now with the standalone chain you get full sovereignty. You don't have security of the you don't inherit any of the security of the any of the security on the Ethereum network. You do not you have now you have to get miners to mine your coin, and also now you had to get be now you had to act as now you had to go find people to act as a validator node just to uh make sure your network is decentralized. All right, now what are some use cases for the standalone chains? Well, one is for big enterprises because maybe they want to create their own blockchain, customize and make their own features, and keep their projects all to themselves or keep everything internal. Also, this will help projects that have a strong community backing, or because that's one thing. Because you want if you want to have people, you want to get a lot of people mining your coin or things like that. You got to have a strong community backing it. And also another use case for standalone chains or side chains would be for projects that want to be more independent rather than relying on security. Because like I say, there will be some restrictions using the secure chains because you are just inheriting what Ethereum has. So if you want more independence and basically more independence, you can sacrifice more security to have pretty much more sovereignty and be able to create your own security mechanisms and things of that nature. All right, so that's some of the benefits and use cases and disadvantages. Now that's pretty much almost everything about Polygon in a nutshell. Because so when you think of Polygon, just think of how can I say? Just think of secure chains as you being on the Ethereum network, and like I said, using side chains or standalone chains, you're basically building your project alongside of it. With the you get more security with the you get security. You inherit security, the security of the Ethereum network on the secure chains, whereas on the standalone chains you have to build your own security. You have to build your security protocols and things of that nature. And and this is where and this is where I believe um not Matics, Polygon. Well, I might as well say Matics. Matics, Polygon, which was previously known as Matics. Um, this is where I feel that they're going to have a huge advantage. Well, let's look at their competitors right now, because I'll go explain to you in a moment why I say that they're going to have a huge advantage over some of their competitors. Because some of their competitors is Polkadot, of course, because that's on the Ethereum network. Cosmos, um, Cosmos, which is on the Ethereum network, and also many of these other positionings that we see up here. Now, when we look at this chart here, we see Polygon is basically now. This is one thing I always had to say. I got this post off the uh, Polygon's website, so a lot of these charts, a lot of projects try to, basically just put down everything that they do, which is pretty much try to basically to do the pros and cons for their competitors and them, and a lot of times try to make themselves look better than their competitors. But let's go. But when you look at these charts, just take it with a grain of salt. Don't take it as as don't take it all as true in some cases. I don't have no other better way to saying that. But one thing we gotta look at is Ethereum compatibility, and that's where Polygon, like I said earlier, will have a huge advantage over many of its competitors because it acts as a bridge. Because let's look at it. When you're building stuff on a Polygon network, only thing they're just using what already exists. So when developers need to want to change and move over to the Polygon network, they don't have to make any changes to the smart contract because they already built on top of the Ethereum network. So all you got to do is just make a few changes, and then then your project is up and ready to go. Um, Whereas for many other projects Polkadot in this case, which doesn't have any compatibility uh, with Ethereum, I mean, does have no compatibility with Ethereum or even with Binance Smart Chain, where that's pretty much its own project. Uh, for developers to have to move uh, from Ethereum to, let's say, Polkadot, they have to pretty much change around a lot of the coding and things like that that already exist on their network in order to move on to the Polkadot network. And same thing with Binance Smart Chain. So Polygon basically handles all that by you not having to make too many changes to your code because it's already compatible. All you gotta do is use what already exists because it's already built on top of the Ethereum network. Um, and like I said, they got scalability, they got security, sovereignty because of the standalone chains. User experience and user experience. So far I haven't. So far, they got good user experience and then also developer experience. Um, I will say a lot of these projects do have some developer experience, especially Polkadot, because they do mention on their website that they do cater to developers. But you see how Polygon kind of that's where, like I said, Polygon does take the market on that because it's compatible with the Ethereum network, and a lot of projects are built on top of the Ethereum network. A lot of programmers and developers do not have to make many changes to their code to move on to the Polygon network. They just basically, like I said, make some small changes, and then you're up and running. So because the Polygon network, like I said before, is built on top of the Ethereum network, and then if their projects already exist on Ethereum, they don't have to make much of a change. Like if you're moving from Binance Smart Chain to Ethereum or Polygon or whatever. But pretty much that's pretty much it. Regarding this, let's go ahead and go look at the charts for Polygon. Go over to the website. All right, so we're checking out. So right now we're on InvestoofCrypto.com. We're going to check out Polygon, see where it ranks at in the world. Right now, it's at, well, according to my chart right now, according to the chart that's on the website on Investor Crypto, it looks like it's at rank 16 in the world. We'll be checking coin market cap shortly to see if that agrees with us. But right now, the current coin price is at $1.48, and we're looking at the the price 7-day price graph. Look like right now it's going through a period of decision making right now. I call it the wiggle, the decision making at the going through a period of decision making at the moment. Um, but let's go ahead and check look further into this coin. Um, like I said, right now it's at $1.38. Its current market cap is at 9,312,977,085 dollars. Its current volume is almost 1.4 billion, and the circulating supply right now is 6 point, oh, I might as well 6.3 billion. Its total supply is about 10 billion. About 10 billion. So so right now we still have another 4 billion that's still being held up, which is still good. But the coin is still performing very well for it to be at a for it to be in a bearish market right now. And as we look here at the charts, we see that just a month ago today, we see that it was at about a $2.44 just a month ago. And the reason why it takes this huge dip right here the way it does is because that's during the time when the whole Elon Musk thing happened, and China getting out of the cryptocurrency market, and that's when Bitcoin and Ethereum just took this huge dip, and it caused not only just Polygon, but every cryptocurrency to fall. And for Matics and Polygon's case, it dipped back down to $1.08, and then it did that for a day, as we see right here. It did that for a day, and when it got down to $1.08, you see how it went. Immediately the next day, it went right back to $1.75 or $1.94, then to 221, and then it just started to dip. It's just kind of dipped again back to 160, went up a little bit, and then dipped again back to the 150, $1.50, and then going. going down from there, and then it's kind of going up a bit, and then now just kind of going through this period of decision making right here, which I call the wiggle. Um, but that's actually very good. It seems like this coin, and as you see, this coin is not taking very major dips outside of the one that it's taken right here between May 17th and the 22nd. That's the only biggest dip that it took. Outside of that, it had this little rise right here, but then it did go down to $1.80. But right now, it's still been consistent in the 140s area. You can still see that, and that shows that's very good, especially in the bearish market that we're in right now. That's a very good sign for us. So now let's go ahead and check out the candlestick charts. And I do admit that the candlestick charts that are on the InvestoofCrypto website is not the best one. That's why I said we're gonna also be using CoinMarketCap, so we get a better look at the at how this coin's performing. Um, but yeah, but we can also look and check the historical data for it first. And as we see, we check the historical data. Yes, we do see this kind of up and down, this kind of decision making going from 140 to 160. Well, just going all the way back to the 7th, which is I think last week or a couple weeks ago. And you see that it's consistent, staying in between 149, 136, 125, 34. So it's going in still a moment of decision making at the moment. It's in the wiggle, what I call it. And current markets that this coin can be purchased on is, of course, Binance. Even though it says Binance USA, but it can also purchase it on Binance, Gemini, Kraken, Bittrex, Coinbase, of course, and also Yobit, which I haven't used that, um, and FTX. I haven't heard of that one. But you do have some markets that have this coin available. Um, it's like so far as 9. We'll go ahead and check on CoinMarketCap shortly, see if that agrees with me. But right now, we see that just buying one coin right now, just stated earlier, just buying one coin right now is $1.48. But let's go ahead and check over to CoinMarketCap. And we see that right now, this coin on CoinMarketCap is at rank 17. So let me go ahead and refresh it, make sure. Yes, it's at rank 17. So right now, out of all the coins in the world, this is rank 17. So that means the InvestoofCrypto website will update probably next week or the week after, probably, with these numbers, probably a couple of days later or something like that. And I can't remember how often the plugin updates, but um, it'll update eventually with the new numbers. Um, but let's go ahead and check this coin. And like I said, it's ranked number 17 in the world. Yep, it's about is that $1.47, same as well, it's at $1.48 here. Probably would have to refresh it. Probably have to refresh it. It takes like a little bit longer to think. Okay, so it hasn't updated yet, but it'll update soon enough. Um, so let's as we go into here, the main thing that I want to look at is this section right here. I want to go into trading view. I want to check the performance of this coin, and I want to keep it. I want to go ahead and go here, and I was on the monthly chart on when I was looking at it on my site. Let's go back to the monthly chart, and I want to check to see how this coin's performing. Whoa, that's a huge line. Okay, so we can't use this one to really make a determination of how this coin's performing. Let's go to a week. I think that's still a little bit too much. Let's go back to the day. All right, so okay, so we got a nice little chart here. So we see right here, we see a little trend that's happening. It took this, so this is going all the way back to the 17th, almost a month ago when it got up to almost to 160, 140, I mean 266. I think that's where it closed at. And now we see this huge dip right here. And then we see another huge dip. And then we see a nice rise. Then we see another huge dip. But then after this dip, we see a kind of decision making moment right here. Like, okay, what's happening? What's happening for a couple of days? Then we see another good big dip, another dip, and then now we got a nice little rise right here. Now we like in the process of decision making again. That's why I call it a wiggle. But to clarify, to see what is happening is because right now we still are very close to our, we still haven't hit the support line again, the support line right here again. So right now we're still in the clear, but let's go and check the indicators to see where this is how's this performing right now. And I like using the stochastic indicator. I think that's how you say it. But if we look at this right here, we see this is very good. We see that the coin is not overbought, it's not oversold. It's just right here in the middle. This is where I call the wiggle zone, where just this decision making right here. So right now it's still in the process of trying to decide whether it wants to go on that next big run or not. So right now, like that's what the market is at the moment. The market's in a decision. It's in the decision making process at the moment where it's trying to decide whether it wants to go on this big run again or does it want to just go ahead and go right into another bear cycle. Um, but the biggest thing is right now we're still waiting to see what Bitcoin is going to do. What is Ethereum going to do? Because let's say if Bitcoin does, go ahead and snaps out of this cycle that it's in, out of this funk that it's in, and just basically go ahead and just rise to, and just go ahead and just scale and just go all the way to 100,000, 200,000, whatever. Um, that'd be great for the entire market because that means everything's gonna go up. Polygon may go up to, from $2, $5, and everything else may go up. But we see, but we don't even need that really because Polygon has done well even in this bearish market. As we see in these numbers right here, it's been very consistent. It has not been, one of those coins that have taken a huge dip like VeChain has, which that's another one of my favorites, which I will talk about in another video in the future. But that coin has really suffered during this bear market because it dropped all the way down to 9 cents at one point, which was a good time for me to buy. But I was loving it when it was at 25 cents. I think it was at 24 cents. I think that it was its new high. So I was loving it then, but I really will love it once it gets into this, once it really starts once we get back into this bull market again. Um, but other than that, like I said, but Polygon has been doing well during this time. In my opinion, it's still a good time to buy because right now, while we're in this decision making moment, we still have some time. I would say $1.40 may be a little bit too pricey for my taste, in my opinion. But even though it's still a good time to buy, but in my opinion, but it's a little bit, but for my taste, I probably will wait till it get back down to into the $1.30 again. That's what I would do. I'm not telling you how to invest your money. This is not financial advice, of course, like I said plenty of times. Um, but I still say that this is a good time to buy, but in my particular case, I will wait till I get back in the 130s if it gets back there. If it doesn't look like it's gonna get back there, then hey, it's best to go ahead and buy now. It's best to buy now, be sorry. It's best to buy now and be profiting than to let it go ahead and have a breakout run now and be sorry later on. That's what I always say. But other than that, um, I do thank you for checking out this video on Polygon. Once again, I do apologize for me not putting out a video for almost 2 weeks. Oh, look at the market. So like CoinMarketCap shows only 6 places that have Polygon, where my website shown, whereas the website InvestoofCrypto only showed only 9 places. But sorry. Well, actually, you can't even say 9. You might say 1, 2, 3, and then you could say, well, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, you might as well say 7. Um, but um, but anywho, like I said, I want to thank everybody for checking out this video. Like I said, I'll try to post out more videos more often, as many as I can. Um, but if you want to see more videos by myself, just go ahead and hit that subscribe button so that you're notified every time that I release a new video. Like I said, I'm gonna try to be more consistent. Even though I'm working this job I'm working at the moment. Um, but and also, you like the video, go ahead and hit that like button. If anybody has any new information on Polygon. I really like this coin. Go ahead and just submit that information in the chats down below. Let's go ahead and talk in the chats down below about it. If you have any new information, please let me know. I'm open to hearing new things about this crypto. Also, if you want to chat with me directly. Go ahead and join the Telegram group. We all sit there and talk about crypto all the time. And matter of fact, I had a few topics of the discussions earlier today on crypto. Um, like I said, we're looking to grow it to grow the group more, and we just looking for all these people, anybody that's into crypto, whether you're a beginner, new beginner, if you're a seasoned veteran, if you're intermediate, it doesn't matter. We'll be glad to have you in the group and talk with you about crypto. 'Cause that's one thing that everybody in the group does. We eat, sleep, and breathe crypto. Majority of us. Um, and also, I have a few referral links down below. If you're just getting started in crypto and you want to and get a great start to it, I have my Coinbase and also my Gemini referral link down below. Just go ahead if you click on it and you purchase your first $100 worth of crypto, you get $10. You get $10 in Bitcoin for free. Um, and that's pretty much it. Please, anybody, if you can, check out the website. I got a lot of articles on there for new for new people as well. And other than that, I think that's it. But I do thank you for checking out this video. This is Darren of InvestoofCrypto. I'll see you in the next video. All right, peace.